Hey guys, my name is Mykee, and welcome to Footnotes, a series on this channel where we talk about sneakers, brands, and more from sneaker culture. Now it's been a minute since we last did a video, so I'm not going to waste your time with a long intro and get right into it. Today we're taking a look at an Adidas basketball shoe straight from the 80s, the Forum 84 Low in the OG bright blue or blue thread colorway. Originally released in 1984, the Forum earned high praise as the most technically advanced Adidas basketball shoe on the market due to the presence of 5 unique features. An adjustable crisscross ankle system for internal and external support, the external Stabilio heel for foot stability and enhanced arch support, the Dellinger web for extra shock absorption, a dual density impact absorbing midsole, and a wide multi-disc outsole for grip. In terms of look and feel, the shoes sport the same characteristics as seen on other basketball shoes that were released on the market at the time, with the most obvious one being the Nike Dunk. Both shoes have sleek profiles, perforated toe boxes, stitched midsoles, and traction patterns that feature a circular pivot point. Although it has to be said that the Nike Dunk did release after the Forum did, just interesting pointing out these shared features because they give you insight on how basketball footwear design was at the time. Well, not only that, but also how the game was played back then too. Nowadays you see a lot of guys shooting threes and a lot of motion on both offense and defense. But back then the game was played at a much slower pace, with more post-up play and more back-to-the-basket play, thus the need for a pivot point to be incorporated into the traction pattern of a shoe. It's also crazy to me how the use of a leather upper and an ankle strap symbolized premium build quality and technical innovation. While I like how the science behind foot stability and impact protection is certainly advanced in the decades that followed, I wish I could say the same about how the looks of basketball shoes have evolved in that same span of time as well. As basketball shoes and other performance-oriented footwear started getting made with lightweight materials and state-of-the-art construction techniques, I just can't help but feel like a part of that soul and design has just been lost in the process, if that makes any sense. I mean, there's just so much character in the design of sneakers from the 80s and 90s, you know? Going back to the shoes, I got them in a US 9.5 or a UK 9 depending on which chart you go for. The Euro size indicated is 43 1/3. They fit pretty true to size, not too wide, not narrow either, and just a bit of an allowance up top, which is how I like my shoes to fit anyway. The strap helps as well when you want to really dial in the fit. In terms of comfort, nothing really stands out here. This is where you see the limitations of 80s footwear tech. Even with the presence of a Dellinger web, it's still foam cushioning enclosed in a rubber midsole. Not bad, but not very plush either. But then again, they are shoes from the 80s. Overall, I'm really glad I was able to get a pair of the Forum Lows. I used to own a pair of the highs that came out in 2014, but they're now with a good friend of mine. While I love those shoes, they're just a little bit too high for my liking, and I'm not the tallest guy in the world, so that made the lows a more desirable option for me. And while I think the aged sneaker look is pretty hit or miss, it works in its favor here because the aged look doesn't just stop at the midsole. Take a look at the laces, and the leather overlay on the toe box. And while we're on the subject, look at how the 3 stripes branding has a faded look compared to the other blue hits on the shoe. Now that's attention to detail. 80s basketball shoes are so hot right now. Jordan 1s are going strong, Air Force 1s are never going away, the Nike Dunk is enjoying a full-scale revival, and New Balance brought back the 550, which was a shoe with so little info about it online, but everyone seems to love it now. Adidas forms belong in that mix, make no mistake about it. So if you're priced out of the market for Jordans and Dunks, if you can't find those New Balances online, and if you want something a little different from a pair of Air Force 1s, I'd look into getting Forums, either the lows like these, or the OG high pair that just re-released as well, and I believe those also got the same vintage treatment. And that takes care of this review. Thanks so much for watching. Let us know if you liked it, and please do consider subscribing to the channel if you did. Ring the notification bell as well to stay updated on Footnotes, the current rotation, steel spotting, and of course our namesake podcast. And if you picked up a pair, or if this review was helpful to you, let me know in the comments section below. Once again, my name is Mykee. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll leave you with footage of how they look on feet. Catch you all in the next one.